This podcast is brought to you by Wear Devin Walker, my new clothing line. You can buy the Spritzer Sister t-shirt if you want to on my website. It's also brought to you by Polar's Arctic Summer refreshment in a skinny can. They come in all different flavors. Boozy bubbles crafted with Polar Seltzer. So
it's also 10:50 a.m. We should probably note that.
And you just got back from the gym.
I did do both of those things. Those are both true things. You can use promo code GetFucked at any of your local liquor stores, and that'll be for 25% off Arctic Summers.
I'm just gonna be like in the background of this, just laughing my ass off. Just
what
like
else
on the show.
That was actually kind of a hot intro.
That was a great intro. That was a great intro.
You two are each other's biggest fans.
The podcast is still nameless.
My vote's amateur hour. Amateur hour.
I don't hate it.
Me either.
Yep, it's amateur hour. 100%. Okay, that's done. Yeah, because you want to know what? Not a single person, not one of you fuckers out there listening, messaged me a single idea for the name of this podcast, meaning that you don't give a
Nobody
shit.
cares. Nobody cares.
that no one cares about our podcast at all. And so now it's called Amateur Hour.
We're going to have fun with this. This is going to be funny. And if nothing else, I'm just going to be able to laugh for an hour a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because of this recap.
Just an hour a week.
It's going to bring a lot of pleasure to my life.
I'd like to give a shout out to the high top fade that Mark's headphones make it look like he has right now.
You know it from living with me. My hair looks like a chia pet.
This is Amateur Hour. I am Devin Walker. I am joined by Mary, Rhoda, and
Marie. My name is Marie.
Yep, hashtag Marie. And also by Mark Jansen, Big Brother's big lover.
At least I was. I don't know if people consider me that anymore.
That's actually a pretty good segue. I believe Mary has some questions for you.
Yeah, let's just dive right into
about how your perception amongst the public has shifted.
Okay. So clearly there was a lack of me this episode, but there was a ton of you guys. And this season, the exes knew that other people were coming. So why the fuck did you show up?
We knew. It's a great question.
Yeah, I actually didn't know. As referenced later in the episode, I was at Coachella directly before filming, so I got a lot of those emails, but they pretty much just didn't get read. I was still under the impression I was going to film MTV's Beach House, and that was a lie.
Big lie.
Big lie.
Yeah, it happened right after mine and Elena's breakup, so I assumed that she could be showing up. And honestly, my relationship with Elena was we didn't really end it. It was ended in a certain way. I don't really know. I can't even explain it. So I was hoping we'd get some resolution.
Did you get that resolution?
No.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, wait. I was.
Maybe you did.
The first episode, there was no resolution. Or was there?
I mean, when you guys showed up to the beach, what was your first impressions of everyone?
The hard-hitting questions coming from Mary this morning.
Right away.
Oh, someone found her medicine.
I remember the strongest first reaction that I had was from Devin. I couldn't stand him.
Why?
Because all you hear is we're trying to walk down the stairs is, I need to do some push-ups. Let me get some push-ups in. Some push-ups.
That's true. Then, they paid off though.
They pay off.
So
and
annoying.
As soon as we hit the beach, all I wanted to talk about was drinking beer. I'm like, oh, he's a frat boy.
Yeah.
He's a frat boy.
What do you consider?
I am currently not helping that image, considering I'm wearing a Spritzer Sisters t-shirt.
And flashing your stomach.
And showing two abs, yeah.
Devin, what did you think about Mark?
Yeah, me and Mark's first impressions of each other weren't great. because I didn't realize that behind the blank smile was actually one of the smarter people I've met on reality TV. The only person, I will add, that has ever beaten me in chess on a reality TV show. I've done 9. I'm roughly 168.
Yeah, you play a lot of chess.
And Mark has beaten me all 8 of those times.
There's more than meets the eye with me.
Yep, there's a lot more than meets the eye with Mark. And also, what didn't really help Mark was Elena, who came on night 1. She pretty much was a single.
Yeah.
So, I got about 6 hours of Mark, and I was like, okay, not a whole lot here. And then I met Elena, and she was walking around the house with a Bible. So it wasn't a great first impression, but a theme to this show is that I was wrong about my first opinion on people every single time. Every single time I was wrong. I didn't get one person right. I was like, oh, Billy, total fucking idiot. Wrong. Jansen, all he does is smile, nothing up top. Wrong. Cam is cool. Wrong.
Okay, well, you guys, neither of you answered my question. What about Cam? So Cam last night, I think, had the best interviews.
Cam was funny.
Yeah.
Cam was funny.
They weren't better than Devin's.
I mean, I felt like he had a lot more energy.
Yeah, he probably did.
Oh, speaking of Cam, how long did it take before him and Celeste started getting into it on the beach?
They clicked right off the bat.
Couple hours, yeah.
Yeah, they clicked right off the bat.
How long were you at the beach for in general?
A long time.
At the house beach. We were down there for a while.
Yeah, that's when we were
because everybody individually had to go over to the Canopy of Doom or whatever.
And swipe.
Yeah, and swipe through everyone's names.
The Canopy of Doom, that's what they called it?
I don't think so, but
it turned into that.
It's something like that.
Did Mark actually speak about Elena as much as they showed?
Yes, I did, because I don't know, we were introducing ourselves, and the show is actually, so let's describe our exes.
Yeah.
And I just broke up with her. And as I told the house, I just saw her 3 days before we went into the house.
And Aubrey had already started kind of talking about Elena before she even got there.
Yes.
So you were on a little bit of a defense tour too.
This is what's going to be funny about Aubrey, which you'll see. She does things. I don't want to ruin it, but she just starts a conversation, and then you respond to the conversation. You're like, oh, I can't believe you're talking about that so much when you brought it up. That's a nice thing that Aubrey does. Everybody knew about Elena from Big Brother and, social media. Me and her, we have bigger presence because Big Brother was just a little over a year ago. And I don't have any bad feelings towards her. The whole thing, especially with the episode, watching it back, it was how we were in a relationship. It had nothing she wasn't a bad person. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been in a relationship with her. It's just how we were together, especially at the end. So I think it was just a lot of I missed her. I was scared to see her. I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect.
Got it. Who had the best intro of the girls? I'm going to give it to Celeste.
Crawling through the ocean.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
Can you look good?
Yeah, you're right. I gotta go Celeste.
This is coming from the person that hasn't watched the episode yet.
I don't think you're supposed to.
That'll also be hitting the cutting room.
Amateur Hour is the perfect title.
That also won't be making the cut.
That's fucking hilarious.
Hey, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta get an Arctic Summer.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Who's a bigger diva? Aubrey or Devin?
Aubrey. And I can't wait till they show the episode where Aubrey's calling Devin a diva. Aubrey, are you shitting me? The girl would get makeup at 3 a.m. in the morning. I mean, Devin had his diva moments with the alcohol, but I mean, after living in that house, it's very understandable.
Yeah, for sure.
So the biggest diva. Aubrey stormed out of the house threatening to call her lawyer. Well, Devin tried to storm out of the house a couple times.
I exited
Okay.
the premises a few times. I mean, I don't know for sure. I was drunk the entire time.
A lot of that.
Yeah. Okay, so whatever. You guys go home. You go on the dates. You have your crush date. You did the acid thing. We're over that.
10 out of
Kenya
10
Michi
joke.
hit it off. Over that. Now we get to. Did you guys know who like Michi was when you
No.
like anything about his band or anything, or was it like you heard? Did you even know about the Black China Rob Kardashian thing when he actually told you that?
I heard about the Black China Rob Kardashian thing in the news, like just how there was a lot of drama revolving around that, but I had no idea it was with Michi or who it was involving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, full disclosure, I haven't even watched our episode that I'm doing a podcast for, so I had no idea who Michi was.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody on the show.
For the record, Michi's the man. Just
I
like
love
to throw
Michi.
that out there.
I like Michi and Kenya together a lot.
Yeah.
Yep,
They went real well
they
together.
went hard. Yeah, they went hard.
First night in bed together,
Getting a sample.
handing out samples.
Yeah. They were role playing that they were at Costco. That's what it was. Yeah, they were
The
just
samples all night long.
yeah they were just role playing Saturdays at Costco. That's all that was.
Okay, so let's start with Gilles and Cam. Okay, so Anthony comes in. So Anthony comes in and he's talking about the fact that all these girls are lying about him and yada, yada, yada. But then we get the narrator coming in and chiming in and telling us that not only did Anthony cheat on Gilles, he also cheated on Shannon. Do we believe Anthony?
No,
No.
he's
I
a
mean-
guy from Are You the One?
True.
Devin, aren't you from Are You the One?
Was a bear shit in the woods, Jansen?
Anthony was happy to see Gilles cry.
Yeah, which
He
is
flat out said, "I came here to see her cry," and mission accomplished.
yeah, which
No.
also made me kind of feel like he came in there with a mission. Like obviously he came in there with a mission, but like I feel like he was like going like he was over doing it.
Yeah, I wish I
I'm
could
not
find that tent. So watch
Not a
it.
big Anthony episode 1 guy, honestly.
No. And I honestly don't even remember like meeting him night one because of everything that happened with Elena. I just went in the house and I'm just like I was just over everything on night one. So I don't even remember what happened. I just remember Gilles crying,
You
hysterical.
didn't even eat any chips.
No chips. It was not a chip night.
Okay, so speaking of which, so you're on this date with Aubrey.
Uh-huh.
She makes some comments about your suit. How do you feel about those comments?
That they're unfair. I've never worried about how I dress before, but clearly Aubrey does care. But she does make a good point because with me not having tailored clothes, it's gonna be very hard for me to get the girls. So she does have a point about that. But honestly, I was just trying to like enjoy the night and just like I don't even know what my intentions were going into the house. I just wanted to get my mind off of all the drama that I was going through.
Yeah, so you're sitting across from Aubrey.
Mhm.
Elena is coming in to the pool area. So does that mean that like you're looking at Aubrey and you see Elena walking up behind Aubrey?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
I had no idea, so I just smiled.
Oh,
I
that's
had-
weird.
I was like just so stunned. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew she was coming. I just didn't expect it to be night one. So I just was like smiling and then just like, well, fuck.
Yeah. I think we're going to change the name of the podcast to the Amateur Half Hour,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
which is even
Amateur
better.
half hour. I like that more.
And
Yeah,
it's
it's
a complete
funny.
amateur hour because we just changed the name halfway through the first podcast. So
Well, and because half the show is going to hit the cutting room floor.
very fitting.
So it doesn't matter. I had something to say there. The bubbles were not air conditioned. I'd like to point that out.
That's important. 'Cause you were
100
sweating, Mark.
It
I
was,
was so hot.
it was 104 degrees in
And I
those
have a
fucking plastic bubbles.
A suit jacket
And they
on.
made us wear suits.
And I'm sitting
They
on the
made you wear
ground.
suits?
Oh yeah.
You had to look nice. And my big ass is sitting on the ground like Indian style, like I'm
Yeah.
third grade.
They were like,
Like-
put this suit on and then now cross your legs and sit down and drink this warm Pinot Grigio.
No breeze.
Yeah. There was not a fan. There was no AC. It was hot in there,
No breeze.
you know. That is true. Who's the third date?
Kenya,
Kenya,
Michi.
Michi.
Kenya and Michi.
They obviously hit it off.
And they were
Really?
making out. Yeah, because then
Yeah.
they spent the night together.
Yeah.
And Kenya was warned. Michi is a Gemini. That is my Gemini brother, and he changes his mind up very quickly.
You want
Is
to
that
know
what
what I
Gemini's
always
known
say
for?
about astrology?
Yeah.
Gemini don't care about astrology.
No, but that is because everybody talked about it. I feel like everybody was asking what their sign was.
Yeah. It's like a big
And
move.
like
It's gonna be my next shirt.
I Gemini don't care.
Honestly, you actually should do each sign because like people fucking love that shit. Moving forward. So Elena comes in. You're kind of like, she's trying to get some kind of resolution or answer from you.
Yes.
You're just smiling and sweating.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, it's
She calls for Xanax, gets a hard no from production. Felt her on
Yeah.
that. So Elena coming in and grabbing the entire bottle of wine.
And just
I was like, yo,
finishing it.
I get you. She was fucking hilarious. Elena comes into the house. You're in the kitchen with Aubrey saying that you want to redo. Elena's sitting by herself on the couch. She's upset. She goes upstairs. She's reading her Bible. She's pissed off at the camera guy. Honestly, fair.
I wasn't, I guess looking back at it a few months later, I guess I didn't handle the situation the best. But I mean, a lot of people,
you were an asshole.
well, so this is the thing though. A lot of people don't understand. Like me and her were trying to work things out for since February. So like 3 months, we're talking, we're going back and forth. Like there's only so much you can talk about, and it's really just like actions now. So there's no more.
Do you guys think as singles, you felt like you kind of like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what word I'm looking for?
As singles, we thought we were the shit.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of words, but I did know what you meant.
Yeah, like what's the actual very
No, I mean, I think if
entitled, conceited.
yeah.
I think if I came in an X with the situation, I would have felt the same. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's funny that you say that too, because based on the title of the show, really the X's should be the entitled ones. Considering it's not called Singles on the Beach. It's called X on the Beach. So we don't really even get to go to the beach without the X.
That's true. Or
Yes,
do
but
we?
there are elimination ceremonies still this season. Just no cut thing.
Oh, there are
I heard there were a couple.
ceremonies.
There's
There
a
are
couple.
ceremonies.
I heard there were.
But yeah, Marie, I will say to you, yes. Yep. We did
Yeah, like
feel
I mean, she comes in, she feels alone. You already have your
Mhm.
friends. You went on a date with Aubrey.
No,
You were a dick, Mark. I'm not gonna lie. You were a dick.
I understand that, and I was just like, I was at that moment, I was just so exhausted of talking. Like, there's no more to talk about, and there's just not. Like,
But here's the thing, Mark. You didn't talk about anything. You just continued to smile the entire time that she was asking you for something.
because I didn't know what to say.
Well,
Yeah,
well then
if
listen
you
to what you're
can't-
saying.
No, golden rule. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
It's just like, I just couldn't, like, this is me basically however long ago. In that moment, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. But yeah, no, I could have handled it differently. Like I had all the friends in the house because I came in as a single with 9 other people.
Yeah.
And she didn't know anybody, especially
Yeah.
with people already knowing who she was in the house. And I was defending her throughout the day, and I was talking about her.
He was.
So I could have made more of an effort to be around her and spend time with her. And hey, you live, you learn. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah. So you get another chance to talk to her. Now you guys go to the beach.
See, but this is just a beach party, right? So I'm just trying to have some drinks and have fun. I don't want to just sit there and talk. Like the beach party, no, Elena was right. And I'm supposed to deal with my exes, and I just wasn't in the mood, and I just didn't know what to say.
Night one though is tough. Night one is tough.
All right. Well, here's my
we can sit here and give Mark a bunch of shit, but the actuality of the situation is that he was under the impression that his ex would come eventually.
Yeah.
Not on night one.
quicker than
That is
So
true.
I completely understand someone being like, yo, I'm not trying to talk with you right now. I thought I was going to get to be single in this house, have some fun, and then you were gonna come, and then we were gonna figure some
Figure
stuff
shit
out.
yeah.
After
so
I got
you
to
guys
get
can
to
go and do
know
whatever the fuck you
myself.
want, and then your exes are gonna come, and then you're gonna
Well,
talk to them.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's not
clearly we are the desired halves of our relationships.
Okay, I think it's kind of important to like talk about this. So basically, like, out of all of the shows I've ever been on, this has been the most produced. Not in a way where like they tell you what to say or anything like that, but there's a storyline, right? Like your ex comes in, she is either your ex or your next. Like she has to go. So there has to be some sort of.
There's a choice that you
There's a
have to make
purpose.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like every
You
week.
didn't give her that opportunity, Mark.
So what I will say is that next week there is a very interesting Shack of Secrets,
Very
which really shifts the house's dynamic for the rest of the season. When you look back at this next episode,
100%.
if one thing goes differently, the entirety of the show takes a completely different arc.
I completely agree with that.
So this next week there is a big moment that is going to answer a lot of these kind of questions on Mark's initial behavior, because without saying too much, of course he ignored it for the first couple days. He thought he was going to be single in a beach house for 3 weeks, and then she came on night one and interrupted his date.
To sum it up and put it nicely, she interrupted my date on night one.
It's such an asshole thing to say, and honestly,
I'm gonna be very honest.
as a viewer, I was like, Mark's being an asshole, and I love you, Mark. Don't get me wrong, but you were being an asshole.
From the TV, sure, you don't know everything that's going on, and in her defense, and people like if I had to walk in on a date with her after like so soon since we just broke up and we were still talking, I probably would have like done some like I would have been pissed off too.
Yeah.
Like because like she's telling like she
had a fucked up first night.
She's very upfront. Like she's like, and now
I actually felt really bad for her because she had to walk into her ex-boyfriend on a date with Aubrey, and then she went to bed alone. So that is a fucked up first night. I'm not gonna lie, and she hadn't really done anything at that point.
And considering how long you were with her, Mark,
we did have a bully mentality with new people for sure. Except somehow Anthony, who did all the fucked up shit, just like slid right underneath the radar.
I think that you should just really quickly, Mark, explain that like how drunk you were and like that whole scene with what you said to me before.
Oh yeah, no, I was very drunk and like I just wanted to have fun with I was drinking tequila. I was drinking a lot of tequila and I was just trying to have fun with the house, and I just like it was day 2 or day 3 in the house, and I just wasn't ready to talk to Elena about our relationship, and it was exhausting, and the water looked so good, and I wanted to cool off.
And I agree with Mark. There's a time and a place to talk about your relationship.
I hate you both so much.
And it is not at 2 p.m. at a beach party when the other person has had 9 tequilas.
Yeah,
that's not the time.
Seems like a perfect time for me.
The tequila.
Oh, that's right in your element, right? I mean, that is right where you like to start doing business.
And I will say this, because the more and more I'm talking about it, and especially hearing Marie's point of view, even though I do enjoy Devin's more, that I was an asshole to Elena when she came into the house, and I was. So
are you going to call and apologize to her?
I will.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. What's going to happen? But no, I was rough on Elena when she came into the house. And maybe I make it right, maybe I don't. You'll have to stay tuned to find out.
All right, predictions moving forward. Go.
I'm going to look like the man.
I'm going to be drinking a lot more tequila to get me through this house.
Oh, yeah, Tequila Mark. Oh, Lord. The clothes are coming off.
My clothes are coming off, too. That's a given. Yeah, I don't think that's a teaser.
I think you two are the Bash Bros. It's not fucking you and Billy. It's you and Devin.
There's gonna be a lot of tequila. I show a very fun side in the house, very drunk side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Mark Jansen's teaser time. Tequila Mark. Tequila. Mary, teaser time.
I think I'm definitely gonna be the most popular in the house. I feel it.
That is true.
I feel like
Prom queen.
Everyone is gonna love me. I'm going to get along with everybody, and it's going to be a great time.
That's Mary's teaser time.
There you go.
That is a teaser. If we've ever
and
had
that is a teaser. Teaser treat, kids.
A real tease.
A real tease. Next up, our final segment of the show is going to be the amateur award for episode 1. My vote goes to Anthony.
You know what? On this one, wait, Marie, go. Let me think about that.
Anthony seems like an easy choice. I'm going to go with Mark.
I knew you were. And I was actually going to give it to Anthony, too.
Are you going to dub yourself the fucking first ever amateur award?
Got to give myself the amateur.
Yeah!
I have to do it because
At least you're honest with yourself.
because what people don't realize.
Oh, wow. And in a shocking turn of events, Mark Jansen nominates himself for the first ever amateur half-hour award.
So I do need to say this because I did give myself the amateur. Well, I did vote for myself. But because as much as I did enjoy the first episode, I really did enjoy the first episode. It was so funny, and I enjoyed it because I understand what was happening and like how things are now, but from the viewer's perspective, like for somebody who loves me so much, maybe loves, I don't really know right now after everything that's happened, but she came in wanting to work on things with me and I completely blew it off. And looking back, I made her first few days way more difficult than they needed to be. And for that, I'm an amateur and I deserve the amateur award.
Snaps, Mark.
Self-acceptance is
Oh
crucial.
my God, snaps. Who started that?
What's a sorority thing?
Hate that.
Yeah,
All right, here's
girl.
3 things that I hate. This is really the final segment.
Oh, God.
When people hashtag and say mood, I hate that. Don't do it. When people
What are you
take
talking
photos of the food that they're eating and then they write noms, I want to fucking shoot something.
The word "nom," I'm going to agree with you. The word
I
"nom" is
can't.
fucking
Don't
terrible.
say noms.
I never understood it.
Who started that? Simpsons?
I don't know, but don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it around me.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm pissed off now that you said it, actually.
Yeah, I don't even like saying it. I'm fucking irritated about it already. How did this start? What got me into this rant? Because I had
No
one
idea.
queued up.
It's the snapping.
Snaps.
Oh, yeah, and then snaps. That's it. Those
I-
are my 3 things that
I'm
I
going to
hate.
snap every fucking episode now, so.
That's it right there. 3 things that I hate. Hashtag mood, noms, and snaps. Don't do them if you want to listen to this podcast. This has been one hell of an episode. And the first ever is in the books. It is the Amateur Half Hour Podcast featuring Mark Jansen, Marie Rhoda, and myself, Devin Walker. Till next time, enjoy an Arctic summer, ladies and gentlemen.
This was
Let's
fun.
go!
I like this. Beautiful.